Blessings and welcome everyone. Just a reminder before we begin. Your rising sign horoscope will give you additional clarity as to how a great deal of your sun sign horoscope may show up, and your moon sign horoscope will give you the less prominent side story that'll also be playing out for this 2-week period. Remember, horoscopes serve best when observed, like a weather or traffic report. You have influence over all outcomes with your thoughts, actions, choices, and deeds. Use the information that presents to help you make the highest choices for the highest outcomes. If you wish to schedule any of my services or like access to more content via my Patreon, follow the links below or go to my website, integrativemysticism.com. Hi there, Capricorn. It's time to have a look and see what is going on when it comes to the week starting April 12th, 2021. And just a quick heads up for all of you Patreon supporters out there. Remember, the Patreon weekly bonus astrology report is going to be out here this weekend, so stay tuned for that. And we are doing double readings now. So same format, just extra cards. And so let us actually just dive into the astrology I want to talk about for this episode. So we've got a new moon on the 12th. So we are seeing a 2-week influence that is going to kick up as we get this week going. Remember, lunations, full moons, new moons last about 2 weeks in their influence. And this new moon is following in your fourth house of home and family. Okay, it's happening in Aries. But this is also going to be sextile Mars, the planet of action, energy, problem solving, movement, which is in your 6th house of work, reputation, schedule, lifestyle, and to a certain degree, your health. When we have a new moon in our 4th house, home, family, and roots, we're seeing an opportunity for a major transition of lifestyle as it is. When it sextiles to Mars like this, there is the clearing or elimination of some kind of block that has maybe prevented both your work life and your home life from being the best it could absolutely be, because Mars is a problem solver. And when we have a new moon, yes, this can absolutely indicate an alteration to either a home or work environment that is actually going to provide a major boost in support for the other. So you've actually got both getting improved and affected by this shift at the same time. This is great for those of you who are looking to actually bring more money into the home, whether it's through something you are taking on extra at your job, or maybe a new role, something with a home-based business operation, or possibly even something that you are actually able to funnel from work to home and vice versa, thus again creating this what's good for the goose is good for the gander kind of experience in both areas of your life. As we get on to your cards, we have the Sun card upright and the 9 of Swords upright for your spiritual themes of what is, kind of going on. What's the pervasive energy of this week? With the Sun card upright, there is a tremendous amount of healing, restoration, and getting back to healthy truths going on in all areas of your life. The Sun is all about this energy of getting things back to their pure organic selves, whether it's individuals, relationships, activities, passions, and clearing away all of the imprints, all of the conditioning, all of the complications, the drama, trauma, manipulation, all of the stuff that, may have accumulated throughout the course of a certain, chapter of your life. Some of you, this may be going back to very, very young. Some of you may be finding that this is maybe more isolated to certain relationships or certain projects, certain endeavors. And we're seeing a lot of restoration of, potential, especially when it comes to talents, abilities, friendships, and relationships as well. The Sun is a no tolerance for distortion, no tolerance for delusion, no tolerance for the fake. And so you're going to be also finding that things that you may have taken on that never should have been put on your plate are also getting wiped off, whether they were put on your plate by other people, or maybe you had taken it on for yourself even though it didn't belong to you. It may have been something you thought you had to do, or something that you felt pressure to do due to other people and extenuating circumstances. Again, big reality correction going on here. The Nine of Swords, however, is indicating that there may also be a fair amount of emotional clearing going on this week, especially when it comes to things that maybe we had taken on for other people, or things that have been inflicted upon us by other people. The emotional clearing can show up in the form of things coming up to be seen and to be cleared. So this could be a tough week, especially when we have those sort of dark night of the soul hours or moments. And so it's important that you take everything in stride. I am also seeing that there may be a bit of guilt, survivor's guilt coming on. You're moving on up with this new moon and the sun, and you may also need to also face some areas of your life that you've been trying to nobilize, you've been trying to make seem better than it really is. And even certain friendships, certain relationships, or family connections that are not keeping up with you, that can't keep up with you, you might feel guilty for outgrowing, but you don't need to. Again, survivor's guilt is a real thing, and it does need to be cleared as well. As we get on to your material shifts when it comes to your work, your job, and your finances, you do have the Four of Cups reversed and the Wheel of Fortune reversed. And with the Four of Cups reversed, there is a big shaking up going on throughout every material area of your life. The Four of Cups reversed is giving you a chance to actually live a life that you have not been able to live, whether it is something that is sort of like the other side of your field, the other side of your work, your job, different roles, transfer opportunities, or possibly even when it comes to your own material lifestyle, your money, your home life, almost like getting a chance to start having the environment that maybe you just could not have for whatever reason in the past. And there's going to be a bit of shock to this, a bit of culture shock, a bit of social shock. But this is all in the interest of moving you on up. We all have areas of life that we might need to focus on clearing, especially when it comes to things like, scarcity consciousness, poverty consciousness, or anything that we have been kind of less than, capable of taking on for ourselves that is good for us. We have to clear the things that we are ultimately continuing to live, or maybe even ennoble, that we know we shouldn't. New job opportunities you're not looking for are also showing up this week. Things that are really shaking up your path, bringing you options that you're not asking for, that you need to be able to still entertain. With the Wheel of Fortune reversed, there is a reason for this. You're going to notice that the status quo that you have been living this last maybe 2-3 years is already in a state of decline. And this could be very positive, especially if the status quo for the last 2 to 3 years has not been ideal. But because we are seeing the end of a trend, or the end of an era when it comes to your field, your career, or your home and family life, we want to lean into this, because the Wheel of Fortune reverse can still be very positive. It's only negative to people who catastrophize and decide to make it a self-fulfilling prophecy. So it's on you. But the tarot, the tarot itself, when it comes to the Wheel of Fortune reversed, is very, very clear. Those who lean in, who embrace that shift, and again, let go of what needs to die, are actually going to profit much from this. And I feel like over the course of this week, it'll be very, very clear what we don't need to keep trying to maintain, because a substitution is coming. As we get on to your communications, friends, relatives, other people in your life, you do have the Nine of Pentacles reversed and the Four of Wands upright. And the Nine of Pentacles reversed is indicating, there's something going on with another person that we need to start maybe taking our energy back from. And with the Nine of Pentacles reversed, this could be a situation where you're finding that you are being kind of taken for a ride when it comes to something that you have either been supporting, something that you have been funding, or maybe it's not necessarily material support, but it's an affiliation that you have, work you have taken on for somebody. You are noticing that there is somebody who has been taking advantage of your good graces, possibly even making you feel like it's your obligation to take care of them in that way. Now, I do see this as somebody who, by all accounts, does need to take responsibility for being a fully functional adult. Even if maybe mentally or emotionally they've not developed beyond that of a teenager, it is not necessarily your job to be a part of their treatment team. The Nine of Pentacles reverse is indicating that you're cutting off a leech. And as we get on to the Four of Wands upright, I would also say that in addition to that unpleasantness, we also have a huge breakthrough, a beautiful one coming. With the Four of Wands, I do feel you are in a space where a friend or a relative is actually helping you kind of make something official when it comes to a major advancement in either your personal life, or a major advancement as it relates to your growth, your upward mobility, and a climb in your status. Because the Four of Wands is indicating that they are actually seeing something through with you. They are either, actually securing something for you that they know that you need, or they are putting the finishing touches or throwing something your way that ultimately finalizes a great accomplishment that you are getting a chance to reap the rewards of, not just this week, but even beyond. As we get on to your challenges this week, you do have the Eight of Pentacles reversed and the Queen of Swords in reverse. And with the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, I am seeing that a lot of you Capricorn people are going to find that this week is going to require you to catch up on a pretty steep learning curve as it relates to what you think you know about, anything. The Eight of Pentacles reverse is kind of this command that I'm seeing for you to start maybe cramming a bit. Cramming's never good when it comes to studying, but getting into a space where you are catching up on lost time, lost training, lost familiarity, to get updated with something that we may be out of date on in either our education, our vocational training, or maybe even a skill that we want to get better familiar with. The Eight of Pentacles reversed, do not get disheartened by this card. It can be very intimidating when we suddenly realize we have to learn something in a flash, or if we ever want to achieve what we want, we need to suddenly, really broaden our knowledge base, but you can do it. We also have, however, with the Queen of Swords reversed, a bit of an issue going on with the battle that I feel it needs to come to an end. The Queen of Swords reversed, I do feel, is somebody that may be kind of a remnant of an old life. This does not seem like somebody who wants a conflict to end. This could be somebody who's trying to either stir up old drama, stir up old troubles, possibly somebody who I think might be addicted to it. One of the things about the Queen of Swords reversed we got to remember is that this is somebody who knows that they're damaged and doesn't want to heal right now. They don't want to fix it. They want they just want the world to capitulate to the damage. This is not something that can sometimes be ignored, unfortunately, because with the Queen of Swords reversed, when you're dealing with somebody that literally makes it a point not to be reasoned with or not to even correct things that are clearly toxic or dysfunctional, you are going to have to lay down the law. You do have to, unfortunately, probably fight her back. As we get on to the relationship side of things, love and romance and partnerships, you do have the Knight of Cups. By the way, the Queen of Swords reverse might not be a she. Just want to make that a point. But, I was looking at the Queen. So with the Knight of Cups reversed for love and romance and the Ten of Cups upright for love and romance, I see a lot of you Capricorn people having a beautiful, beautiful week when it comes to relationships. But there's something going on where a new relationship opportunity, a really strong and very, very palpable bond is actually getting started, getting underway, whether it's a new evolution in an existing relationship or maybe a new person that we really hit it off with well. That chemistry is very, very much there. But with the Knight of Cups reversed, it could also be something that makes us face some kind of insecurity or some kind of unaddressed. I'm seeing this within you, something that is making us a bit shy or making us a bit shaky around this person. Make sure that you deal with what comes up as it comes up, emotional clearing with the Nine of Swords upright, but also understand that what this person, this interaction might be bringing out of you is getting cleared so you actually have a clean slate and room to enjoy what's coming. The Ten of Cups upright is indicating that this is a week where a lot of perfect matches are showing up for single Capricorn people. And we also see perfect harmony or harmonization occurring with coupled Capricorn people. And there is an opportunity for this big blending, this big harmonizing that allows for a happily ever after close to an old chapter in your love life or in your family life, and the commencement of something that is absolutely giving the promise of bliss. So that is what I've got for you. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And should you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's called integrativemysticism.com.